Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to show you how to draft the pattern for this corset that I made. So if you want to see how I did this, then definitely keep on watching. If you're new to the channel, please don't forget to hit on the subscribe button and join the family. Turn on your post notification bell so that you will not miss out on any of our beautiful uploads and pattern making. So with that being said, let's get into the video. So right now the first thing you're going to be doing is to mark half inch on top of your paper like this. Just mark half inch all the way. That half inch is going to serve as a starting point for our shoulder measurement. Then you're going to roll the line and then connect those dots together. The next thing that you're going to do is to mark from the beginning of that line directly to where your bust stops. So mine is 10 inches. And also mark from the shoulder point to your under bust and also to the waistline. Then connect the lines together. The next thing is to label this. So this is the bust point, this is the under bust, and this is my waistline. The next thing is to divide your shoulder measurement by 2 and then mark it down. Mark out the same thing also on your bust points. Then on that point that you marked on the shoulder, just mark 1 inch downwards. The next thing is to mark 3 by 3 inches on the neckline, and then you're going to connect that dot together. So on the 1 inch that we took downwards from the shoulder, we are going to connect that line to the neckline. Now on the bust point where you marked the inches, you're going to go up by 1 inch, and then we are going to connect that 1 inch on the shoulder direct to that point. Then we are going to connect it outwards. Okay, so this will now form our chest line. So the next thing is to divide your nipple to nipple measurement by 2, and once you do that, mine was 8, I have 4. So right now I'm just going to mark out that 4 inches on my bust points, my under bust, and also on my waist point. Then I'm going to connect these the 3 dots together. Now on the waistline, you're going to mark 1 inch on either side of that line that we just drew. So that line is now going to serve as our dart line. So with your ruler, you're just going to connect that line directly to your under bust point. So after doing that, the next thing is for us to mark half inch from the bust point, from the point that was folded. Just mark half inch inwards and also half inch inwards on the under bust points and connect them together. Then we are going to go up by 1 inch. So this 1 inch is just for us to make sure that it aligns with our chest line. So we're just going to be using our ruler and then connecting that line together. So for the cups, this is a cup that we are going to be using, and this is a cup I made some time ago. So if you want to see how I did this cup, the tutorial is going to be linked in my description box, and the video is going to be coming up very soon, guys. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe so that you see how I did this. So in using a cup like this, be sure that this point starts from the half inch that we marked inwards, and also that this other point starts from the under bust line. Okay, those are the 2 main points. So be sure that they are all seated at that point comfortably before you can do anything at all, because as you're looking at this now, it looks like it's a bit spread, but you can always give it a little bit of curve. Okay, since this is not an original bust cup, so that's why you're going to be giving it a little bit of curve to this so that it can definitely come out or stand very well. So right now, this is how I'm going to be doing this. So you're going to be using our pin, and then you're going to be pinning this down. Okay, just pin it down on the chest line and also on that under bust point, and be sure that it stays properly. So this will now help it, and it will not be moving up and down, especially when you're trying to draw around it will not move up and down. It's just going to stay one place, because you know this other foam, this is a foam that we made use of, and it's not the same thing as the foam that they use in making the normal bra cups. Okay, so there's bound to be a difference. So right now at this one, now we are going to be making use of this pin just to put them in place, and it's just going to sit perfectly so that once you draw around it, it will not move up and down. The next thing is to use your marker and then make tiny dots like this around it. Okay, just very much close to you so that it will not touch the foam. Even if it touches the foam, there's no problem about that, but just to avoid moving it, just use your marker and then make some dots like this around it, so that once you take it out, you have something like this. Okay, so that's just how you're going to be doing this. So the next thing is for us just to go ahead and then connect these lines together properly. The next thing is for us to find the midpoint on our armhole line. So I'm just going to fold my tape into 2 like this. So since this was 8, I'm going to be having 4 as the midpoint. So I'm just going to mark that down. Then I'm going to go ahead and then turn my tape around and then mark half inch inwards. So I'm going to connect that point now to the shoulder slope, and I'm also going to form a curve down to my chest line. So now this point now is very much optional because our corset is not going to reach that point. So just in case you're going to be using this top part as a yoke, okay, anyhow you want to place it, that's why I'm doing this point. I'm including these other points. If not, I would not have included it, okay? So just to clarify that point. So right now you're going to be dividing our bust point by 4 inches. Then you're going to be marking that point down there on the chest line. So once you mark it on the chest line, that is the point that we are going to be connecting this dot, this ½ inch that we marked inwards, okay? That's what we are going to be connecting that point there, and that will now form our front armhole. So for the back armhole, you're going to be connecting the dots, the original dots, okay, on the line that we marked. Just follow the line and then connect it like that directly to where the front armhole stopped on the chest line. So that's just the only thing I'm going to be doing for the back. So after that, the next thing is for us to mark out our horizontal measurement. So we've already marked out our bust points there. So now you're going to be dividing our under bust points by 4, and then you're going to be marking it out. And also you're going to be dividing our waistline points also by 4, and then you're going to be marking out including 2 inches. So remember that we took 1 inch on either side for the darts. So we're going to be adding that 2 inches on that line. So that's just the next thing is for us to just go ahead and then connect the lines together, and then go ahead and mark our seam allowance. So I'm going to be adding 1 inch seam allowance all the way around this, and also you're going to be adding allowance to the lower parts of the pattern, that's the lower parts of the blouse, so they can have something to fold it in with. So the next thing is for us to go ahead and cut this out. So guys, just watch how I'm going to be cutting this out, and also I'm going to be using this front part to cut out the back. So that's why I'm not cutting the cup area. So right now I'm just tracing this out on the back paper, okay? So remember to add a zipper allowance of 1 inch or 1.5 inch. Then you're going to just connect that lines together. Then we're going to be marking our nipple to nipple measurement also at the back. So remember mine was 8 inches, so I divided it by 2 and it gave me 4. So I'm going to mark that out, and then we're going to roll the line and then connect it together. Then on the waist point, you're going to be marking out ½ inches on either side. So the front was 1 inches on either side. So now on the back, you're going to be using ½ inch on either side. Then on the chest line, we're going to be coming down by 1 inch. So after that, you're just going to connect those 2 dots together, and then you're going to go ahead and cut it out, and the back piece is ready. So the next thing is for us to go ahead and then cut out the cup part. So if you notice that there is this dotted line on that cup part, that's the point that I actually included so that I can use that to attach it to my cup. So right now I don't think I'll be needing that point because it always makes it much harder for me to attach the cups to the main body. So I'm just going to be cutting it directly on how it was supposed to be, okay? So that is just what I'm going to be doing. So guys, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel and turn on your post notification bell so that you will not miss out on the next video that is coming up on how you're going to be putting these pieces together, guys. So yeah, that is it. And also share this video if it was helpful. So until next time, guys, see you on my next video. Bye guys.